just saw you.
Thanks for coming out, I guess, this afternoon. Appreciate it. And before we get started, maybe just have Malcolm introduce some guests that he has with him, and Thon do the same thing. So, Thon, why don't you go ahead and go first and introduce your people that are with you.
Well, hi, everybody. I'm here with a few people from my agency, Javon, Mike, Randy, my coach, my guardian himself, Edward Smith, my tour maker, my little brother right there. I have Uncle Tom. He's somewhere in the crowd here. Yeah, thank you.
How you doing, everybody? My name is Malcolm Brogdon. Really happy to be here. I'm here accompanied by my family and my agent, my older brother, Gino Brogdon, my other older brother, John Brogdon, my mom, Jan Adams, my girlfriend, Tori Janowski, my agent, Danielle Cantor, and David Falk.
Welcome to all of you, and thanks for being here. Hey, it was a very good night for us last night. We walked out of this building, and you always talk about how you feel once it's over, and when you put your head on the pillow at night, where's the feelings at that time? And I'll tell you what, rested very well last night. Felt really good about the players that we added. Felt good about the basketball players that we added, and felt even more so about the people and the men that we added to this organization, and to help change our culture and keep working to become the team we want to become. But we're very excited about these guys as players, and as I said, just as much for the people that they are and what they stand for. Jay?
Well, I'm short on words. This is their day, so we can open up for questions. I think last night we talked about how excited we were to be able to get these two to be part of the Bucks family, and nothing changed from last night to this morning to this afternoon. So we're still excited to have them.
Thon, welcome to Milwaukee. I'm Malcolm also. Charles Gardner from Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel. Thon, I thought it was interesting, John talked about you almost having a second workout here, and that really intrigued me. What was it about that maybe helped you in this whole process, and did it give you the idea that, yes, you were maybe going to come to the Bucks that early in the draft?
Yeah, that workout happened right here in this half of the court, and I had a few of the coaching staff stay behind, do a few shots, some off the moves, and they just tested me just to see my reads on certain plays. But for me, it just gave me like a little hint. But at this point, you never know where you're gonna go. So I was just hoping and praying that this was it. And I just saw a few hints later on, and that workout was one of them.
John said it went another hour and 45 minutes.
Yes, it did. They said they had nowhere to go. They were here every single night, so I was like, all right, let's keep it going. But I was still hungry. I'm trying to put on weight, so. Yeah.
Thon, welcome to Milwaukee. You touched on this a little last night when you were on speakerphone. It was obviously really loud. Can you talk a little bit about what you mentioned with some other players maybe not as enthusiastic about Milwaukee as you seem to be, and what your impressions are right away, and what you hope to see and to do here?
Yeah, like I said last night, a few players that I've spoken with were didn't say good things about Milwaukee. But me, I just ignored all of that until I got here. I just wanted to experience it myself firsthand, just see the whole situation, how it is all laid out, and what it could feel like if I were here. So I went through that process and enjoyed myself. And just, I've been to Milwaukee before, but for AAU circuit, but never in downtown Milwaukee. Got a chance to do that for the workouts, and really, really enjoyed the city itself.
Malcolm, can you talk about the influence of Tony Bennett on and off the court, please?
Coach Bennett has had an enormous influence on me, starting when he recruited me in high school. From the instant we met, we connected on a faith basis, just having a deep faith, a belief, in God and that God will take care of you. But then it progressed into a similar type of thinking on the game. He's taught me so much on and off the court. Off the court, I think the biggest thing he's taught me is mental toughness. You're going to go through ups, you're going to go through downs, but staying steady is most important. And being able to bounce back and be resilient is also very important. On the court, he taught me the most important thing is to make good decisions on offense and play defense. Defense will keep you in games when your shots aren't falling. And so that's what I pride myself on. I pride myself on being a defender and being a smart player that's going to make the right plays to help the team win the game. And, there's a lot of things he's taught me at my career at UVA, but those are the main takeaways.
Thon in the back here. Last night, John talked a lot about how your personality will fit the team and how they feel like you will fit the team very well. What is it about your personality as we get to know you, and how do you think you'll fit in, and what do you bring to the table?
With that, I think it's just me being myself at all times and never, trying to portray a certain image. Just always be myself. My coach here always tell me, be yourself. As I was going through the workouts, just play your game, be yourself. And if you try to portray a different image, and let's say you make a mistake, trying to make a different play that's not you, you're going to feel nervous, and you're going to start questioning your confidence after that. So just be yourself, and the rest will take care of itself. And for me, being myself is just being a good person, no matter what.
Hey, Malcolm. John Hammond joked last night that the Bucks added some veteran leadership by drafting you in the second round. But diving into that, there is a lot of young, up-and-coming stars on this team, a lot of young talent. Are you, with that dynamic, are you excited, nervous, sort of intrigued by how that'll go, being in that locker room with those guys, and what do you foresee your role being heading in there?
I'm excited. I'm ready to take on whatever role that Coach Kidd and Mr. Hammond have in mind for me. I think at heart I'm a leader, but I think in this situation it's going to be, I'll have to listen. I'm going to learn even from the younger guys that are already here. I'm going to listen to them. I'm going to learn as much as I can from them. I'm going to learn from the older guys. And, I'm going to feel my way out, and I'm going to step in, and I'll lead I think I always naturally lead on the court by just working. I'm going to work. And guys tend to follow that, but I know they're hard workers on this team, so I hope I just join in the culture.
Thon, I know for you, when you look at different college prospects, they had a lot of support system as far as coaches in college, like John Calipari, et cetera. But you went a different route, so I guess what kind of support system did you have, and how did you kind of learn the game from different people, and how did they incorporate that into your game as a basketball player?
I've always had my coach here in my corner when it comes to basketball, and since day one, he was my development coach, and we've been, on the court nonstop. But he's also gave me an opportunity to be coached by other coaches and see how I handled it and see what I can pick up from them. And he just tell me, receive the message, break it down, see what you can use, what you feel you can't use from it, and then just incorporate it into your game. So I've always had him in my corner when it comes to the basketball side of things, and off the court also, like a father figure, because he's been like that main guy. I'm far away from home, so I had to lean on them and find the motivation from them, the support from them. And then recently, as I skipped the college route, my agency also, now they're in my corner also in terms of supporting me.
Thon, how you doing? How do you see yourself with the roster the way it is now? How do you see yourself fitting into this roster here, like your skill set?
I see a great opportunity. Just first off, just ready to come in and work first and earn my way up there, and then basically find a way to help us and not just me. I see myself fitting in perfectly with these guys. I described it earlier through the weeks as team all length, because it's a lot of length, and also I'm pretty sure everybody there is a hard worker. So with me bringing in the same work ethic, it's just going to rub off on all of us, and it's just going to, help everybody benefit.
Thon, most people haven't seen you play. How would you describe yourself as a player?
I think I'm a player that plays hard no matter what. If my shot's not falling, I'm going to find a way to defend, get the possession back to us, so we can find a way to get that shot to fall. But just nonstop offensively, defensively, I bring the length in terms of defense and offense also, but defensively being able to, create havoc on inside the paint, whether it's blocking shots or, help rotations, or on the perimeter just moving your feet against guards, or offensively knocking down shots and spreading the floor, and passing the ball also.
Thon,
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about those 2 years in Canada. Why did you choose that route, and how did that help you? It is a unique route, but it's kind of maybe similar to a college route in some respects, right?
Yeah.
A lot of guys have gone to prep school. But why did you choose that, and how did that help?
With that was me, trying to get bigger and stronger. I was 191 pounds before I got there. So I had to get bigger, and when I got there, it worked. I gained 27 pounds while over there in 2 years. So it really paid off. But also, like you said, it's like a college route, because when I got there, most people, when they go to college, most players, you see their bodies change, and they hit the weight room a lot in college, and their schedule is routined. So when I got to Canada, we just did the same type of measurements and setups like a college.
Jason, how do you see Thon fitting in long-term and right away? I'm sure you've thought about it a little bit, but in the few hours we've had. But how do you see the fit? And maybe for both guys, if you can mention.
Well, I think for both guys, if you're listening, you hear them talk about the team first and that I. And so when you talk about the Bucks, that's what we talk about every day. You being here every day, you probably hear it as much as the players. So, that's a special talent, in a sport, that you can talk about I instead of we. And so being able to talk to these guys at the workouts or at the Chicago Combine, we got to see or hear, from them, the we situation. And for us, building this the right way, we thought that these two guys fit.
How about just basketball skills for both of them?
Well, they're basketball players. That's why we drafted them.
They're unique players, though, in their own ways.
They are unique, and they're going to be special, and we're very lucky to have them. You talk about the three. Both guys can shoot the three. So when you talk about fitting in, they're going to help us in that department. But like we talked about yesterday, defense. We talk about defense first, second, and third. And we got to get better, and these two can do that. They can help us in that department.
Hey, Thon, it sounds from previous conversations like you followed Giannis's career and the type of player he is at this point. Obviously, you guys, your circumstances, your journeys to get here, being drafted the first round, they're similar, but they're obviously very different as well. Are there things that first of all, have you spoken with him since being drafted, and are there parts of his process, of his journey, that you hope to either learn from, emulate, lean on him, pick his brain about?
Well, he gave me a text last night, sent me a text last night, congratulating me, and I look forward to seeing him, and definitely, wanting to pick his brain a lot about everything that goes on, everything that he went through, and how he got to where he is now, because it's so special. Like, you just don't even think about it, like how the whole situation happened, and you think back and see where he is now. You actually think it was meant to be, but other people didn't have that same thought, when he first got picked. So it's a special situation, unique, and definitely, similar to mine. So I'll definitely find a way to pick his brain a lot.